EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. A short time ago, a scene that never fails to stir up the folks here in Charlotte. Cam Newton strutting his way onto the field. His guys are fired up as they get set to go toe-to-toe with the Washington football team. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the 2015 NFL Most Valuable Player in his 11th season in the league, 32-year-old Cam Newton.
Last night, Jimmy had a bunch of
first carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he
so I think they're in my car, but he's working late, but he said he's going to get them in, try the new pellets and see if they turn them on. Because, you know, Jimmy always has the better pellets. Jimmy don't even have a pellet stove.
Did he ask him why it wasn't getting as hot as he thought?
Him and Jimmy stand over there and talk, and he remains at the table and bullshit. So we rarely interact about stupid stuff, you know. But they upped the value of our house to almost $300,000. So something happened.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5
and
team
then,
in terms of points scored in the NFL. So
I don't know. Looks like instead of 207, it went down to 119.
To hold them under 20.
And they told me we had the claim for our roof.
20 points scored.
Next year that'll fall off, and it'll go down even more.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn into a shootout. That means your offense has to keep pace.
Yeah.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense ready to take over, and you see Taylor Heineke at the helm in his 2nd season with the football team.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Where's
Super Bowl?
Oh, you're making a pull again?
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. At Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. 16 carries, 63 yards.
They look like a team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter if they were going to run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They've got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. They'll run with Gibson. And some room to roam now. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, get a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cover. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Barry on the punt as he gets this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. A handoff running left is Gibson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Heineke's throw complete there to Thomas. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 22, Heineke. That's complete. Okule-Bunam. Touchdown, Washington. Alberto, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and the result, a touchdown for Washington. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. To throw is Newton. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Slide for the PAT. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? It's a gain of a yard, and it'll take us to the end of the first quarter. Nothing, our score after 1. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now Newton. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Here's Gibson to start the drive. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
End result, a nice 40-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
From the 38, Heineke, and Thomas has it. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, It's Gibson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Heineke. That's out to the flat for Gibson. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Bought him a little extra space. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. A first down throw for Heineke. The throw taken in by Sims. 7 yards, the pickup there. So a nice catch right there. And this receiving core, without their #1 wideout, keep that in mind. He's inactive this week, though it shouldn't be a long-term absence.
And I would think, partner, that this is where an offensive coordinator believes he can solve the problem by spreading the ball around. Because anytime you lose your #1 guy, it's obviously a blow to your offense. But it's also an opportunity to say, hey, they can't focus on trying to stop one guy. Keep spreading it around. The last part, each one of those receivers, they believe they're the #1 guy, and they're ready to step up.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. They'll run on first down. Gibson. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Now Heineke. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete.
What?
And he is out of bounds here. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And they ran just a little underneath route here on 1st and goal, but there's really not a whole lot of room to operate this close to the goal line. He's just not able to get loose after the catch.
They'll try to run with Gibson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with touchdown #2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter. They're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Newton now to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here comes Carter. 35 yards that time on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Antonio Gibson and the Washington offense ready to go here once more. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
On 1st and 10, Heineke. And that's complete. It's Sims. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 39, Heineke. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Heineke now looking to throw on 1st down. And that's to the former Panther, Curtis Samuel. And he will have a 1st down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. Again, it's Heineke. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That's caught by Sims. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Working out of the gun. Here's Heineke. Touchdown! Antonio Gibson in the final seconds of the first half. And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Yeah.
The final shot before the break, Newton. And incomplete on the
That's it.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman.
This is crazy.
With our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting.
Do you watch it all?
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
35-0.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless,
So what do I do? Just run the ball or just keep scoring?
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point.
I mean, I just can't try to kill the clock. It's only the third quarter. I don't know. I'd have to look and see if anybody else played them and what the score was.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Heineke to throw it. And
oh.
Looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
There's Heineke's pick. Pick six. Yeah.
Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now.
I got the ball first.
Your vocabulary, sir.
He, well, technically he still didn't incomplete a pass then.
Down a bit to 28. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception,
That's
but then
he had a perfect first half, and then he'll just throw that wild pass.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25.
There goes a shutout.
Dropped at the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
I forgot they had Gilmore. I was like, who's the X-Factor cornerback?
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8.
Yeah, as soon as that play, we advance.
Instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Just not a whole lot of room to operate.
It's a setup, I know it.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Throwing, Heineke. And the throw going to be incomplete.
And the first real incompletion.
Not the man winning coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Let's try to pin him out.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Oh, I just missed the 1 yard. Oh, I got it. I pinned him at the 1.
You're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1 yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
McCaffrey's going to go for a 99-yard run.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey.
Oh, if he broke that tackle, he might have been gone. I got nervous.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the 1st half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
It's going 5 wide.
Now Newton. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And
yes.
able to connect. Incomplete.
Pumped.
They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. On the return, Carter. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Now Heineke. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
The guys are not run blocking as good as they did in the first half.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The 1st down line at the 34.
Are they blitzing or are they not?
Looking to throw, Heineke. Open man is Samuel. Complete.
1st down.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there.
But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. He will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Depends where the safety goes. Shit.
Heineke now. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the Panthers are going to have it as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there.
Potter's what?
Carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Newton now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So here is Washington now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh,
why?
Run too. 92 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. The last run got 6.
Let him have his moment.
2nd and 4. Gibson again.
Get out of my way, my own lineman.
After a gain of only a couple.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground.
End of the 3rd quarter.
Mark that down for a win in the defense's
I haven't scored yet in the 2nd half.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
No.
Washington on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Heineke now from the 50. And unable to connect.
How does my running back drop a wide open pass with no one around him?
Yeah, just appeared they wanted to get him out into
This game is so scripted.
As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Damn it.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it's
inside the 10, that'll work.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Here's Newton. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
Third down.
The Panthers on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he is going
He actually completed a pass.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there
Yeah,
is going to
it's been a
artificially
while.
inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Steps away to his left. And he works his way past the line of
He
scrimmage.
ran the ball. He wasn't even afraid to throw it.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey.
Pick it. Let's go.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. That interception, maybe the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
Technically, I shut them out. my defense didn't allow any points.
And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not
Yeah.
mark, right?
I didn't know if you were playing your Madden game as soon as I advanced, or what are you doing?
Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Oh,
Line
yeah.
of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll run here with Gibson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Did you hit up Lions?
22 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A handoff for Gibson.
So you have to fire him from work? Do you fire him from the Madden league?
Defensively, a solid response after
That'd be
giving up
awkward.
back-to-back first downs. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open.
Gibson's
get
fatigued.
To the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps.
I actually
trying to
felt
cover
it
holes
for
so they
once.
can't run the football.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
No. But I just ran with them. I ran with them like 3 plays in a row, so he should be tired.
To throw is Heineke.
Oh my God, it's making my guys drop passes. Another wide open. It was 3rd and 5. I threw a pass to get the first down, and it made him drop it.
Catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Hasn't let me score a point in the second half.
And now the punter Tress Way as he sends this one away.
Well, they caught everything in the first half.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again here, Cam Newton marches back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But Let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can
Oh,
maybe
he
take
completed a pass. His 8th completion of the game.
24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Here's Newton. He's going to look deep.
Oh, caught a one-handed pass on a bomb. Yeah, DJ Moore. One-handed. What kind of bullshit is that?
What was amazing to me was the fact he was able to get as
No,
much
he
on the
won't.
ball as he did because he was on the run. Normally, when you're on the move like that, you don't expect the ball to go that far. You would think you need your lower body to be involved. That was an all-arm throw.
Defense carrying the score here.
And even 63 yards in the air. A gain of 6 there on first.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who could turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he will be brought down, but a first and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
Their first time in the red zone all game. Well, it took a one-handed catch.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
Why does my X Factor D tackle? This is his 4th time being injured. He just got injured.
We'll step aside.
No, he just got injured on the play just now. So I'm not gonna sit here and sub all my backups in or whatever.
This ball tipped and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game
Bruce Sternum. He got that same injury last game.
Wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time.
Interception. Let's go on 4th and goal.
Bring it out past the 20-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
3 picks he threw. I only threw 2.
In the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves,
And Gibson is killing the runs now.
could have had our shutout.
26 carries for 150 yards.
He has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with
26 carries, 150 yards.
He's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Whoa, watch the hit stick, guys.
Nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Potter will come over here. The hit stick, please.
A run here for J.D. McKissick. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No
Alright, so they technically they shut me out the 2nd half.
So it's Washington getting the victory here. And it was a game where they were off and running in the 1st quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same